This video is an exercise 11K question 3. So we have a modeling question. The thickness of ice X in centimeters. So X is basically the thickness of ice. Is increasing at a rate that is inversely proportional to the square of the existing thickness of ice. Okay, so this is very important. This is something that you've had in GCSE maths. And initially the thickness is 1 centimeters. After 20 days, the thickness is 2 centimeters. In part A, we want to show that the thickness of ice can be modeled by this equation. Right, so remember that this question is about the rate of change of the thickness of the ice. So that means we have dx by dt, so that's the rate of change of the thickness of ice, is proportional to, because the question says that this is inversely proportional to the square of the existing thickness. So we'll have this equation where k is a constant. So from GCSE, remember that when we say something is basically inversely proportional, here I should have just written 1, but then this becomes dx by dt is equal to k over x squared. Yeah, from GCSE, this is basically the inverse proportionality, and then as a constant, it becomes y is equal to k over x. Now this is the same, but we just have a differential equation. Right, so basically we just want to solve this differential equation in part A. So all we need to do is that we just need to use separation of variables. So we'll have x squared dx is equal to k dt. So you just multiply both sides by x squared and also by dt, so that you'll have t on the right and then x on the left. Now we integrate both sides, so we'll have 1 over 3 x cubed is equal to kt plus c, where c is the constant of integration. And now we want to find the constant of integration, so we can use the boundary condition they have given us, because the thickness is 1 centimeter, which basically means that, because it says initially, so that means when t is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. So that means 1 over 3 is just equal to c. Therefore, we can rewrite this as 1 over 3x cubed is equal to kt plus 1 over 3, and let's multiply both sides by 3, so we get x cubed is equal to 3 kt plus 1. And remember that we also have another condition. So after 20 days the thickness is 2 centimeters, so the new condition here is when t is equal to 20, then x becomes 2. So this can be used to find the value of k. So when we substitute, we have 8 and then 3 times t times k plus 1. So that's it. This is the equation that we need to solve. So 8 is equal to 60k plus 1, which means that 7 over 60 is the value of k. So therefore, the equation becomes x cubed is equal to 7 over 20 t plus 1. So that's just because the initial equation has 3 times k, so 3 times 7 over 60 is 7 over 20. And so this is t, but this is plus. So, but remember that we want to give the equation in the form x is equal to the cube root of that, so we just take the cube root of both sides, and we'll have 7 over 20 t plus 1. Now next part, we want to find the time taken for the ice to increase it in thickness from 2 centimeters to 3 centimeters. Right, so remember that we are told that after 20 days the thickness is 2 centimeters. Now we want to know that what is the value of t when x is equal to 3. So 3 is here 3 centimeters is the thickness, and then we want to know how many days will it take for that. So in the equation, we'll have basically, remember that we can substitute in this equation, which is easier to work with. So 3 cubed, which is 27, is equal to 7 over 20 t plus 1. So that is 26 is equal to 7 over 20 t. And now we just multiply both sides by 20 and divide by 7. So that gives us 520 over 7, which is basically 74 3 roughly. So that's basically so that's definitely more than 74 days, but not full 75 days. So in this case, we can say it rounds roughly to 75. And now remember that we said it takes 20 days for the thickness to become 2. So now for a thickness of 3, it takes 75 days. Now, if you want to know the distance between the 2 days, well, not the 2 days, but between the two thicknesses, we just subtract them. So 75 minus 20, which is 55. So it approximately takes 55 days for the thickness to increase from 2 centimeters to 3 centimeters.